afternoon, class. How are you doing? So now you're here ready to make pie dough. So before you get started making your pie dough, you got to go over what your products are. Products are first your water from Myers. We like to use purified, or you can use the Members Mark water. Next, you're also going to need salt. You're going to need shortening. You're also going to need flour. And with your shortening, it calls for a fat. You can use butter or a high-grade shortening. Either one that you find. Any of this product, you'll be able to click the link below and it'll take you right to a store where you can buy the product. The actual amounts of products that you're going to need: 1 pound of fat, 1 ounce of salt, 8 ounces of water, and 1 pound, 8 ounces of flour. All right, we already have these measured out, and so if you're looking at your product, you should see you have 8 ounces of water. Zoom in. You know how to zoom? It's up by your finger up here.
Oh.
Yeah. 8 ounces of water. 1 pound, 8 ounces of flour. 1 pound of fat. 1 ounce of salt. The steps are as follows. You take your flour, put it on the table. Take your salt and disperse it into the flour. Next, take your fat, put it into the flour, and cover it with the flour. Now, you're going to take your fingers, zoom in on this, and cut the fat through the flour, making small cornflake-sized pieces. See how that looks? And you're going to do that till all of your fat has small cornflake-sized pieces. Okay? Now, I'm going to take a small piece of the dough and show you what it looks like if you go too far. Zoom in. If you overmix your dough, it's going to have a look of an orange color. Okay? And if you look at the color here, to where this has been mixed, just 10 more times of cutting, you see the color of it versus the color of what was not. So you see, you can tell the difference in the color of when it gets overmixed to perfectly mixed. I'm just going to mix this back in. And now your next step is to take all of your pie dough and to make it into the size of about a hot and ready pizza. So you're going to take your fingers, just like this, into the center of the circle and make yourself a hot and ready pizza. You see? About 8 slices. Okay? Next, take your 8 ounces of water, pour it in. And now, take flour from around the outside and sprinkle it into the water. As you're sprinkling it into the water, you'll see the water is beginning to get absorbed by the water and the fat. Make sure that it all gets soaked up, because if not, you'll have water running all over the table if you don't do it well. I have a second line of defense here, which is why I felt safe in doing that for you. But if not, you'll have water all over the table. So make sure that your circle is big enough and that you're allowing the water to get absorbed by the flour on the outside. Okay? Now, I'll treat this just as a clock. Right in front of me is 12 o'clock. Here is 6 o'clock. Here's 3 o'clock. Here's 9 o'clock. I'm going to begin to take the dough and bring it in from the 3 o'clock position and put it to where the hands would be and press all the way down into touching the table. Zoom in here so you can see the table. Now, I'm going to come in from the 9 o'clock position and push in with this part of my hand until I see the table again. And then I'm going to do that all around the clock, making pie dough into the middle, 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 into the middle. I'm never folding it over, making a burrito. I'm always pushing it down into the middle spot of my circle that I had to make sure that it's evenly mixed and kneaded. After doing that, you'll see that your dough should come together if you had your measurements right. Now you see you have all of your dough on the table, and it's all come together. In just a matter of minutes. But before you can use this dough, you have to put it into the refrigerator and let it chill. You always have to let your pie dough chill in the refrigerator so that the butter and the flour can come to. Now that you have your pie dough all set, you put it into your plastic wrap, get it set for the refrigerator. Cover it like this, and remember to make sure you label yours so that it doesn't get confused with anyone else. Also, we're going to label this for 4/27/2019. 7 days away from today. Okay? Put that in the refrigerator and let it sit for approximately 15 to 30 minutes. Now,